Alright, we're going to install the rear wheel on a BMW R1200R. There's the joker who owns this 1200. That's Walter. You guys might know him from the Dragon if you ride up there every now and then. So the first thing you want to do is, if you've replaced your front wheel, you want to lower the front wheel. That puts the back end of the bike up in the air on the center stand so you can get the rear wheel reinstalled. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't typically give out torque specifications, but most BMWs are 44 foot-pounds. So I will give it for this bike because most BMWs are 44 foot-pounds. So this bike has a smaller hub than most BMWs. So once you get the wheel balanced on the on that little hub, you can start putting the little bolts in, the little lug bolts, whatever you want to call them, wheel bolts. So I usually do it in a star pattern. I start at the top, I do the one at the opposite end, and then I just throw them all in. Speed limit's 30.
Well, you don't want to piss them off. A lot of them are riding with you. They'll go across the street of highway following you at, 60, 70 mile an hour.
Well, I'm actually good if you're on the North Carolina side. The Tennessee cops follow me. There's nothing you can do in North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Once you get to Tennessee, you just wave them by.
Yeah, they're not going to stop what they're doing over here in North Carolina and go in hot pursuit. Has it got double axle dump or single?
Double axle. So once these are all in place, go ahead and put your torque socket on your torque wrench. Again, 44 foot-pounds. I tighten them down until I get a click, and I do it again in a star pattern. I'll do the first one, I'll do the opposite, next one, the opposite, the next one, the opposite, and then I go around and I'll check all 5 to make sure they're all good and tight. So at this point we're ready to put our exhaust pipe back on, and it's just going to slide on to the mid pipe. When you get it on, you spin it up so your bolt will fit into the nut that's welded onto the back of the strap that's on your exhaust pipe. I don't typically torque this one. There is a torque spec in your manual. You just need to get it tight. You don't need to gorilla wrench it on and monkey fist it or whatever you want to call it. You just need to get that bolt in to where it's tight and it's not going to come out. As you can tell, I didn't kill it. I just put it on so it was tight. It's not going to come bouncing off of there. Now this strap has a little notch in it, so when you put it back down, you're going to line that notch up with the little piece of metal sticking up from the mid pipe. Again, there is torque specs for this also. There's not really a need to torque down this clamp. You just want to get it tight enough so it doesn't slide anywhere. This thing's not going to go sliding around. So I did torque it. This torque spec is in your manual, but like I said, you don't really need to torque this one. You just need to tighten it down. And now we're going to put our exhaust cover on. This just makes the bike look a little prettier, a little bit cleaner. It covers up that clamp. Then we put our little torque screws back into this. You just need to get them snug. Okay, you don't have to wrench it down to where it's tight and you're never going to get it off next time. Just get it down so it's tight and snug, so it won't come flying off when you're going down the highway and hit your buddy in the face shield. As you can see, I'm only using a 1/4 inch ratchet, so you can't really put a lot of strength behind a 1/4 inch ratchet. You just need to get these screws to where they're tight. See that? Not very tight. So we're done with the video. Thanks for watching. Please watch some of my others.